Very good morning to all of you. Myself, Dr.Subhashis Banerjee, Assistant Professor of English, Government College SEPA under Rajiv Gandhi University, Itanagar. Today's class is on the use of rhetoric in English literature. We'll try to discuss in this small class about the definition of rhetoric, its usage in different literary bodies of English literature, and I'll cite few examples of it so that the students can understand it properly. Let's come to the objective of the presentation. To make the students aware of different figure of speech in English literature, to define the meaning of rhetoric with proper examples, to discuss a few very important figures of speech with illustrations, to help the students to understand the proper usages of rhetoric in literature. So these are the four basic objectives of today's class. Coming to the definition, that is perhaps most important thing before going deep into it. Like most literary terms in English, rhetoric also comes ultimately from Greek. Its exact corresponding term in Greek is rhetoric, which means art of oratory and which is derived from rhetor, orator or rhetorician. In any standard English dictionary, one can find three meanings of the word rhetoric. The first one is the art of speaking or writing effectively. The second one is study of principles and rules of composition handed over to us since ancient times. And the third one is insincere or artificial grandiloquent language and its usage in different literary bodies. So, in a nutshell, you can say rhetoric is the effective use of language to persuade or as the study of the elements of style and structure in writing or speaking. It is also the study of how people use language to organize and communicate experience. Now, coming to the variations, we have altogether 7 variations of different figures of speech. These are figures based on similarity or comparison, figures based on imagination, figures based on association, figures based on difference, figures based on indirectness, figures based on construction, figures based on sound. So the basic component parts are similarity or comparison, imagination, association, difference, indirectness, construction, sound. Coming to the examples, personification. As from the term you can understand, personification means personifying something. Something means some natural objects, inanimate objects, or some abstract ideas. Coming to the definition in this figure of speech, natural objects, inanimate things, and abstractions are endowed with attributes of living creatures and often shown as feeling and behaving like human beings. Coming to the examples, the first one you can see here, the thirsty earth soaks up the rain. So just look at the phrase, thirsty earth. Earth is an inanimate object, inanimate thing, and the adjective is thirsty. So it is somehow personifying. So the attribution of the qualities of human beings or living objects are given to the inanimate thing earth. So that is how personification, applied in different bodies of English literature. The second one is death lays his icy hands on kings. Death is an abstract idea, isn't it? And it has been personified as a man, as a powerful man, and his icy hands can be imagined. So that is personification. Coming to hyperbole. Hyperbole means a manner of exaggerating things or ideas. In this figure of speech, things and feelings are highly exaggerated by the speaker's imagination and shown as much greater or lesser, superior or inferior than they really are. It is an inevitably way of expressing emotions under a feat of imagination. So, to be very precise, here human feelings or emotions are highly exaggerated by the speaker's imagination. I have given you a quotation from William Wordsworth's poem The Daffodils. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. So 10,000 saw I at a glance is quite exaggeration. Here you can see the overflowing emotion of the poet. So that is hyperbole. Coming to hypallage or transferred epithet. Hypallage or transferred epithet. Hypallage is possibly a new terminology for you all. It is also known as transferred epithet. Epithet means adjective. So transferred epithet means transferred adjective. Coming to the definition, by this figure of speech, an epithet or adjective is transferred or removed from its own place before the noun to which it properly belongs to another noun which happens to get linked with the former in the thought of the poet or the speaker. So the adjective of a sentence is transferred or dislocated or removed from its original place before a certain noun to another noun which is linked with the former. So that is the concept. Example will clarify the thing in a better way. The homeward traveler plods his weary way. Just see the adjective here, weary. Weary means tired, and the noun is way. Way cannot be tired, isn't it? So this is the adjective is improper here. It should be placed before the noun traveler. The traveler can be weary, he can be tired, but the way cannot be tired, isn't it? But for its own literary beauty, it has been replaced. So the homeward traveler plods his weary way. Though actually it should be the homeward weary traveler plods his way, isn't it? So that is known as transferred epithet or hypallage. So just sum up the thing. Rhetoric is nothing but reason well dressed, an argument put in order. So you need good reason and scientific arguments to frame rhetorical things in your writings. It is very helpful for good oration or speaking as well as for good writing. Hope you all have understood this. So this is the reference sheet. You can refer the books for your further reading, and thank you.